I'm Barry.
And I'm Morris.
And I'm Robin.
Before talking about your new album, One, you have disappeared, not very disappeared, but we don't have heard you during 6 years.
Yes.
And
Yes.
what have you done during these 6 years?
Well, you can take this one.
Well, at the end of the 70s, the beginning of the 80s, we felt that we'd been overexposed. Our music was on everywhere all the time, and it was time for us to stop being the Bee Gees for a little while, so that we could go on now, so that we could and not feel like we'd been saturated, and we had been saturated at that point. Also, we all have our own children, and we've been bringing up our children.
We weren't not busy. I mean, Barry did the Streisand album, Barbra Streisand album.
We kept writing, of course.
We were writing and producing for other artists, Dionne Warwick, the Staying Alive picture, Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton, Brian's in the Stream. We did all those records.
And the last
Chain
thing
Reaction for Diana Ross,
Chain
which we did, which was the last album that Barry produced and that we wrote the songs for.
All right, so now...
So we have not been on busy.
Oh,
we have not been idle.
You were born in England?
Yes.
You live in Australia,
in the Isle of
you work
Man.
in the United States?
Yeah.
And what country do you feel closer to?
Well, it's a hard question to answer because we feel close to all those countries. I mean, we were
Well, basically European, though, in our culture.
Yeah. We feel patriotic to the country we're born in. We're born in the Isle of Man, actually, which is an island between Ireland and England, and so we're Manx. But at the same time, we're very European orientated, and we spent about 9 years in Australia, so we feel close to Australia too. And we've spent the last 10 years living in America and spending the summers every year in England.
Yeah,
so
I
we
think
feel
we're
very patriotic to all of those countries.
Anglo-Australian Europeans, really.
All right. Yeah. And so we speak about Australia, but you know the new kind of music from Australia, as an Nexus or Midnight Oil. What do you think about this music?
Well, we're not too familiar with it. We haven't.
I mean, in excess.
Oh, in excess, yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, it's good music, but you know, once again, it's the Australia. See, when we lived there, Australia was very young in recording business and things like that. There was no satellite. There was nothing like that then. You know, so Australian talent has now had the exposure. It can come out now and be seen, which is wonderful. When we lived there, it was impossible.
Yeah. Now there's this explosion from Australian music.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of little bangs, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's been coming for a long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
When we lived in Australia, we saw many talented people, but they couldn't get heard because they only lived. It was impossible to hear Australian music. There was no worldwide technology.
Oh, it's so far away.
Yeah.
All right. And so the kind of music as Australian music, but do you know techno or house music?
Yes.
Familiar with it, yeah.
What do you think about this music?
Well, it's what we used to call acid house music. It's the same kind of thing if they're calling it today. It's not new. It's just the technology's new.
The problem is nobody's been able to sing a house song yet. It hasn't. It's basically instrumental. It hasn't.
It's not really.
We're still in favour of complete songs, like a melody.
Yeah.
Yes, they're not very...
No,
they're just purely, it's just for dance. It's purely just for dancing on the floor.
Yeah.
Well, it's not for us. I mean, we love melody and we love complete songs.
But could you agree to produce a group of...
No.
No?
No, because
Well,
we'd be
group
bored
one.
doing it.
Well, house song.
Yeah.
But we like people who sing the song as well. There's no real singers in house music. It's just instrumental.
It's actually, no, it's engineers and producers getting together and making records. It's not artists. It's actually engineers and people making a record about a different sounds. And
pretty much anyone can do that now.
And if you have a drum machine and a keyboard in your house, you can do it. You know, there's nothing. It's not hard to do. That's why we wouldn't do it. Well, it was a great marriage of movie and music. It was the whole world wanted to dance at that time.
Society was ready for. Everybody wanted to go out and dance. Exactly. It was ready for that, and now it's really developed.
It was fun, but it was just two or three songs that we gave to a movie, which was a very low-budget film and came out and was a very big success. That's how we've always viewed Saturday
See,
Night
we'd never
Fever.
got involved with the making of the picture or anything. Our manager was the producer of the picture. We weren't even in the picture.
We weren't even in it.
I mean, nothing. We just had 3 songs that we were making for our new album used in this picture. Well, I mean, the records stand up today. That's all. Obviously, people who are still liking them are playing them. You know, I mean, it was at one time when there was people buying the Saturday Night Fever that never normally bought albums. The people that were in business or in Wall Street were buying the Saturday Night Fever album because it was cool to have it in your record collection. Every house had one. It was that type of kind of thing, like Thriller. Everybody has Thriller in their pile. Everybody has the Guilty album, Barbra Streisand. It's regarded as time milestones, if you like. And people usually have those in their record collections. Saturday Night Fever was one of the greatest dance albums made, so people still like to hear those records now and again to dance to.
I think it's more important that you're very happy with what you're writing before the public ever hear it. If you're happy, then the public sort of, they enjoy it as well. And that way it can be different. If you write just for the public, then you start copying other artists.
But don't you think it was very important that you were three brothers,
Yes.
or not only at the same family?
Yes. We all feel that we probably wouldn't be together today. It wouldn't have gone on so long if we hadn't been brothers. You see, it's very important.
New album One. Why this title One? What is
Well,
it?
Because
One for All is...
well, it means unity. It just means that we all think as one. And it's that sort of, it's time to make that statement, that the three of us, when we make a record, we think as one person. We're very proud of our past. We're very happy to still be around. We really appreciate the idea that we're still around. We love the idea that we're included amongst contemporary artists today. We feel very fortunate that we've been able to get our music to the public over such a long period of time. And we look forward to going on making records and touring. You know, we're having a lot of fun.
You start a new world tour.
Yes.
After 6 years of absence. What kind of audience do you expect? Because the public has changed, I think.
Different ages, I think.
Yes, I think so, yeah. I think we're going to have a wide spectrum of an audience, people from...
We've heard from the
early-
ticket sales that it's a lot of them are kids, teenagers, and old ones too. So we shall be there anyway. I can expect
come
a
anyway,
good
yeah.
show.
To start with, we'd like to get a good relationship with the public.
Yeah.
Yes, it's great.
Well, we love being on stage. We've always been a live group, and it's been too long for us, and not being on stage. And for me personally, that's the best thing for me. I love it. Yeah.
It's more a challenge, isn't it? To be
Yes,
on
it's
stage?
more spontaneous, more challenge, and when it's a special night, you remember it forever, and you know when it's going to be a special night by the end of the first song. It's just very electric, you know. Well, the band's really a selection of musicians that we choose, and this tour will be different musicians than our last tour. So we'll try to be different each time. It's a different lineup of musicians. We have the drummer from Genesis, and we have Alan Kendall on lead guitar, who was also with us on the last tour 10 years ago. And then there are other musicians, sorry. And then there are other musicians that we're using now that we haven't used before. So it's just an idea. We select the musicians, and they become our band. Oh, wonderful. Oh, that's nice.
So when it doesn't rain.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's an honour.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that, and we know it's a special day in Brussels, and it's a special idea, and we're looking forward to doing that.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Stand still. No matter how the dice may fall, someone else